Hey, I'm Shyla.
I'm Caitlin.
And we are in our new space. It's like twice the size, at least twice the size. And so this is gonna be a lot of our videos coming up for a minute, I think, because we are trying to get, this hasn't been painted in, I think 15 years. I don't know, it's been a long time, okay? And so we're changing it up. So we'd love to have you follow us. We release a video every Friday by the skin of our teeth because like I'm just not, and she's like, are you gonna do a video? Oh my gosh, I forgot to do the voiceover. So anyways, we would love to see you. We're very active on Facebook. So Decorizing Your Life Facebook, my Pinterest is that, everything. So please come and see it. I had a face mask on. Okay, just a real quick tour. This is gonna be a long one. Okay. This is who's making it happen. She keeps me on track. These are 14 feet ceiling, and I just textured all of that. I have a link in the, well, I don't have it on this video, but go to my YouTube, I've got how to texture your walls. I did that one 15 years ago and then left town and never did this one. So it's time to do it and paint everything. So if you wanna see more of this kind of crafting and DIY, because we're gonna be putting the transfers on these walls, we're gonna do like stamps. We're gonna do a lot of crafting on your walls. It can be little on a piece of scrap wood, you know, a dishcloth, t-shirt, but don't forget your walls in different places.
Yeah.
And I put one on my KitchenAid, so I've got a
KitchenAid, cutting boards.
Yeah.
You can put any of this stuff on anything.
Yeah, she did for her, when she first started working with me, we did a live with, we used the stamp on an IOD stamp on a cutting board, and then we wood burned. And then she took the stuff home and did it for her mom, and she killed it. It is so easy. So yeah, so please like and subscribe, and all the products are in the links, and we'd love to hear from you. It's a small page, and believe me, I notice when you guys show up. Thank you. Okay, so we did this video a year ago, and we're just gonna tag team voice over this. We did some white swan and DIY paint.
And then we did some color blending with some grays and creams and black. And then we used the barnwood stamp to put that on there, and it has different patterns of wood.
Yeah, you can make your planks look like one big long plank, or use the seam stamp. They have knot holes and cutting saw marks, and it is so cool. Now we're using this one is retired, but I have like 5 of them. If you will go to my website, the link is in the description. And these paint inlays can be used up to 3 times. See how we're misting the carrier paper, the back of it, and then you gotta make sure you got the paint part put down in a wet paint. And we put Liquid Patina in the DIY, or you can use your wet paint.
And then once we put it on the board, we are spraying it again and using a brayer to smooth it out, but don't push too hard when you're smoothing it, or the moisture from the bottom will leak out.
And so we're just keeping the Liquid Patina really wet. Now, it's a little different when you use Liquid Patina for your wet paint to put the paint inlay in, because you don't want it to dry for days or weeks or hours. You just kind of let it get dry, or take your heat gun or blow dryer and dry it, and then mist it and pull it up. If you put it down in wet paint, you can leave it for months before you go back and remist and pull it off. So that is the difference between using a top coat.
Now we're trying to center our letters, and then once we get them on, we're gonna kind of trim the paper so that we can get all of them to fit on the one line.
So you can mix and match your paint inlays. This was it has a lot of transfer sheets or inlay carrier sheets, whatever you want to call it. And so we are just piecing a bunch together to make the look we want. And this piece did sell, so I'm excited about that. It's in somebody's house. So I didn't get a beauty shot, so we just did, what'd you use for the?
We used pictures of the paint inlay from our website, so you can see all the different pages that it has.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's
got some cute ones. It's got gingerbread house.
Yeah, I have a lot of the winter release. I'm kind of a secret, I always sell after all the other stockists sell out. So I do have a lot of the winter release of the new this year, and like some of your old ones you can't find anymore, I've got it. So just check on my website. These are so fun. People are scared to use these. I was even a stockist and was scared to use them because it's kind of hard to use something new. But once you get going with it, it is.
Yeah, and really once you do it a few times, it just kind of goes smoothly and the steps kind of make sense.
Yeah, it's so worth it. They're a lot of bang for your buck because you can use them more than once, whereas the transfers, they're one-time use, but they mix great with the inlays too. So all these products mix really well together. All right, now we have the, what did we decide? This is typesetting stamp.
And retro stamp.
Oh my goodness. Hey, you gotta get that retro for sure because you can stamp that and then paint inside of it. You can put paint inlay technique inside of it. There's just a lot you can do with it. You can stamp it in your clay and that's a good one to have, I promise. You can embroidery around it, use it for like a pattern. Okay, so we use the grid mount. If you haven't got one of these, you really should get one. I have one. They have an arch line on them now. If you have some of the older ones, take a plate and put a permanent marker arch on it. I've done that a lot. And we are just putting whatever we've said, let it snow, just because it's Oklahoma. It was probably hot that day.
Yeah. And in the beginning, you saw the W fall off. The ink takes 24 hours to, is it cure?
Yeah.
And so it's able to just wipe right off if you mess up. So don't worry too much about it. And then we went ahead and finished out the word.
Yep. So sometimes you only have one letter in the set and you need two T's together. So you can use another letter that doesn't even make sense to space plan or just, freehand it like we did there. Okay, here we're using stencil. Man, we pulled out all the stocks on this one, didn't we? We stenciled, paint, inlay, stamped. It is so fun. These products go so well. This is the JRB Snowflake, and we do have that.